Gentlemen, this is Mantelligence. Today, Kay, Larry, and I are dishing out all the ways girls test guys so you can pass each one of them. We'll be telling you how women test men and why women test men in the first place. Today's topic was inspired by Far From Average's video about where he talked about how girls test guys. And because we're rooting for you, we'll tell you the one thing you should never do if you want to pass a women's test and win her over. Let's begin.
Number 5. Ghosts of girlfriends past. In any budding relationship, both men and women are hardwired to test each other out to find out if they're the right person for them. Women testing men can actually be traced back to our evolutionary biology. According to the social exchange theory of mate selection, individuals are attracted to people who have the resources they require when making mate decisions. In short, women test men to find out whether or not they're man enough for a relationship. If you want to know how to attract women, learning a few alpha male body language tricks might just help you pass a woman's test. One of the many ways girls test guys is by asking about their past relationships. No, she's not prodding you because she's nosy. What she wants to know is how it all ended. Why did your ex break it off with you? Why did you break it off with your ex? Was it her fault or your fault? And if it was your fault, have you learned from your mistakes? The number one reason why girls test you this way is that she wants to know how you'll handle your new relationship this time. If the reason why your ex broke up with you is because you're not giving her enough time, would you be able to commit spending time with your new girlfriend this time? And if you were unfaithful in your past relationship, are you ready to get serious or do you want to keep playing games? If you've grown into a mature and wiser man since your last relationship, you'll easily pass this test. If you really want to be boyfriend material, start by learning the body language tricks of an alpha male. Check out this video to learn more about it.
Number 4. Chivalry isn't dead. Manners maketh the man, so they say. This is one of the tests women give men to test their character. This is also how women test men in relationships. A smart woman knows there's more to a man than meets the eye, and how you treat other people tells a lot about how you'll treat a potential girlfriend. Although physical attraction might give you a head start, a man's character always wins a girl's heart. A girl will often test your character right on the first date, and you probably won't see it coming. So if you're not careful, you might not get a chance to get a second one. If you want to know how to pass a girl's tests, specifically this one, you gotta learn how to be a true gentleman. In medieval times, chivalry meant that a knight was loyal, courteous, protective, honorable, and gentle. It also involves courage, humility, obedience, and chastity. According to studies, women tend to prefer altruistic men. This means that a girl will most likely deem you worthy if you're kind and do good deeds, not just for her, but also for others. Chivalry in the modern day can be little acts like offering her your coat when she's cold, making sure she isn't walking on the edge of the sidewalk, or holding the door open for her. To be chivalrous also means knowing how to act around women, being respectful of their personal space, knowing what and not to say, and putting thought into your dates are some of the habits women love. A woman will also keep a keen eye on how you treat other people. So if you're out on a date with someone, being humble and gracious towards other people always pays off. You can't fake being a gentleman. Another reason why girls test guys is to find out if he is who he says he is. Men never underestimate a woman's intuition. There's even logical and research-based proof for this. Studies suggest that it's mainly due to social power. Women who have been historically lower in social influence compared to men spend more time observing and scrutinizing those in power and have become more attuned to nonverbal cues in the process. If you come off as brash or patronizing, chances are she'll have second thoughts about meeting you again. And speaking of first dates, if you want to impress a girl right off the bat, you gotta know the habits women love. Watching this video will help. Check it out here.
Number 3. To be or not to be. It's only natural for a self-aware woman to seek out a man who's equally aware of who he is. Self-awareness is being conscious of your traits, behaviors, feelings, values, and beliefs. So why do women test men for self-awareness? Self-awareness creates relational awareness between two people. Relational awareness integrates our understanding of ourselves and awareness of others to better understand and navigate our relationships. Psychologist Judith Jordan said that couples who have relational self-awareness could name their internal feelings, listen to feedback from their partner, own their part in a relationship problem, among other relationship skills. One of the ways smart girls test guys is by throwing them questions that ask for their opinion about a specific topic. For example, a woman might ask you about the kind of future you see for yourself to see if you have goals and ambitions. Do you want to know how to pass this test? Spend some time with yourself before starting a new relationship. Understand who you are right now and define the kind of person you want to be someday so that when the right girl comes, you can fully commit to her.
We're down to the last 2 items on the list of how girls test guys. But before we continue learning how girls test guys, I want to remind you that at the end of the video, we'll tell you the number 1 thing you should never do if you want to pass a woman's test and win her over. Ready to jump back in?
Number 2, part of the ship, part of the crew.
If you want to know how to tell if a girl likes you, wait till she introduces you to her friends. I know it can be nerve-wracking meeting her friends for the first time, but don't fret. A woman introducing you to her friends is actually a good sign. So why do women test men around their friends? It means she's finally warming up to the idea of introducing you to her social circle. Our friends are the family we choose ourselves, so naturally, she'll want to know her friends' opinions about you and how you get along with them. If you want to know how to pass the test, all you really have to do is show up, but not just physically. You have to be in the moment too. Make sure to establish rapport with her friends, and the best way to do that is to ask her friends questions, which allow them to share something about themselves. Why? Because people love talking about themselves. In fact, according to one study, talking about oneself activates the same areas of the brain that light up when eating good food, watching a funny movie, or getting a good massage. In short, self-disclosure is gratifying. It gives us a neurological buzz. Asking your friends questions about themselves also allows you to get to know them better and tells them that you're interested in getting to know them. Win-win, right?
Number 1. Rubberneck. The most common reason why girls test men is to evaluate their loyalty, and the easiest way to do this is to check how they react when other girls are involved. Expect that she'll be watching your body language in front of other women and who you look at. If you want to make a girl crazy for you, impress her with your undivided attention. Just think about it. What would you feel if the girl you like keeps checking out other guys? According to psychologist Ashley Brady, whether looking at attractive people is harmful depends on the person doing the looking. She also added that if they have a high tendency to notice attractive people other than their partner, it can be a problem if they generally have low self-control. So if you can confidently say that you're a one-woman man, even behind closed doors, then you don't have to worry about failing this test. Furthermore, psychologists found that women were especially protective when subjects viewed their mate as desirable. This means that women test men's attraction when they're into you. If you want to know how to keep a girl interested, watch this video where we teach you all the ways to make a girl crazy for you.
Now that you know how girls test guys, it's about time we reveal the number one thing you shouldn't do when a girl is testing you. Gentlemen, if you want to win a girl over, never call them out for doing so. I mean, be reasonable here. Would you not do the same if the tables have turned? Would you not want to make sure you're choosing the right girl? Instead of calling her out and being all grumpy about it, take up the challenge and impress her with your determination. That is, if you're serious about her. And if you aren't, why are you wasting your time? We want to know if there are other ways girls test guys. If you have more examples of how girls test guys, help a brother out and comment below. Now that you know how girls test guys and why they do it, it should be easier to tell if a woman is putting you to the test. As long as your intentions are pure, you don't have to worry about failing. And to seal the deal, watch this video where we've compiled alpha male body language tricks so you can rise to the occasion and win her over. Check it out.